Thank you. Caitlin Clark brought her golf game to the LPGA Tour today, playing in a Pro-Am that attracted a bigger crowd than the tour often gets.
The recent endorsement deal between Caitlin Clark, the celebrated basketball player from the Iowa Hawkeyes, and the LPGA, Ladies Professional Golf Association, has ignited a firestorm of reactions, particularly from the WNBA, Women's National Basketball Association. This contract not only signifies a pivotal moment in Clark's burgeoning career, but also raises critical questions about the dynamics of women's sports, marketing strategies, and the representation of female athletes across different leagues. Caitlin Clark has quickly established herself as a force in women's basketball. Known for her exceptional scoring ability, court vision, and leadership, she has garnered numerous accolades during her college career, including being named a consensus All-American and leading her team to the NCAA championship game. Her performances have captivated audiences, making her one of the most recognizable figures in women's sports today. Clark's charisma and talent have transcended basketball.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too.
Positioning her as a cultural icon capable of drawing attention to any sport she engages with. The LPGA's decision to sign Caitlin Clark is a calculated strategy aimed at capitalizing on her popularity. By aligning with a young athlete who has demonstrated immense talent and appeal, the LPGA seeks to enhance its visibility and attract a broader audience.
Ran into Andrea Lee on the putting green and she said, my tee time is at 7:10 a.m. so I'm hoping that overlaps well enough that I'll be able to get a picture.
This partnership coincides with Clark's participation in the Annika, an LPGA tournament hosted by golf legend Annika Sorenstam. The event not only provides Clark with a platform to showcase her skills in golf, but also positions her as an ambassador for women's sports. While specific financial details of the contract have not been disclosed, reports suggest that it is substantial, reflecting Clark's rising star power. The LPGA aims to leverage her influence to promote women's golf and engage new fans. The contract includes promotional appearances, participation in events like the Annika, and potential collaborations with other sponsors associated with the LPGA. The Annika, driven by Gainbridge, is an annual LPGA Tour event that features some of the top female golfers competing for one of the largest purses on the tour, $3.25 million. Caitlin Clark's involvement in this tournament as both a participant and a panelist at the Women's Leadership Summit emphasizes her role in promoting women's sports. Although she will not be eligible for prize money due to amateur status regulations, her participation is expected to draw significant crowds and media attention. During the Pro-Am event preceding the tournament, Clark played alongside Nelly Korda, the world #1 golfer, and Annika Sorenstam herself. This unique opportunity allowed her to engage with fans and gain first-hand experience in professional golf while attracting larger audiences than typical for LPGA events. The combination of Clark's star power and the prestige of the Annika tournament creates a compelling narrative that is likely to resonate with fans across different sports. However, the WNBA's reaction to Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal has been one of frustration and concern. Many within the league feel that this move undermines their efforts to promote established female athletes who have dedicated their careers to professional basketball.
Of that run to the finals before the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games. Clark connects on a 3.
The WNBA has historically struggled for visibility compared to men's sports, and any attention diverted away from their players is seen as detrimental. With limited media coverage for women's sports, any spotlight on collegiate athletes can overshadow professional leagues like the WNBA. This situation is particularly troubling given that Clark is not just a talented player, but also a cultural phenomenon whose charisma can attract new audiences. The WNBA's silence on Clark's success raises questions about its marketing strategies and overall approach to promoting its stars. Moreover, there are concerns regarding perceptions of value within women's sports. The WNBA may feel that signing a collegiate athlete instead of promoting established professionals sends a message about how women's sports are valued. By focusing on rising stars rather than supporting current players, the league risks alienating its fan base and undermining its efforts to grow. Another layer of complexity arises from expectations surrounding unity among female athletes across different sports. There is an implicit belief that female athletes should support one another. This deal could be perceived as creating division rather than unity. The WNBA's failure to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's growing stardom could be viewed as indicative of broader issues within women's sports regarding collaboration and support among leagues. The announcement quickly ignited discussions across social media platforms, where fans and analysts expressed mixed feelings about Clark's new partnership with the LPGA. Supporters celebrated her achievements, viewing this endorsement as validation of her talent and potential future success in golf. Conversely, many WNBA players voiced concerns about being overshadowed by collegiate athletes receiving lucrative deals while they continue to fight for better pay and recognition. Social media posts highlighting Clark's achievements generated millions of impressions, far exceeding typical engagement metrics for both the LPGA and WNBA. This stark contrast underscores how effectively the LPGA capitalized on Clark's popularity compared to how the WNBA has marketed its own athletes. This incident highlights ongoing challenges faced by women in sports regarding visibility and support across various leagues. Women's sports often receive less coverage than men's sports, leading to lower visibility for leagues like the WNBA. Female athletes frequently struggle to secure endorsements comparable to those available to male athletes. Societal attitudes towards women in sports can influence how leagues market their athletes and how fans engage with women's competitions. As this story continues to unfold, several potential outcomes could arise from Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal. One possibility is increased collaboration between leagues like the WNBA and LPGA in promoting women's sports collectively. This controversy could lead to greater awareness around challenges faced by female athletes across all sports while inspiring other young female athletes to pursue professional opportunities across various disciplines. Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal with the LPGA represents both an exciting opportunity for her career and a point of contention within women's sports. As she embarks on this new chapter, her influence could reshape perceptions of female athletes across different disciplines, while prompting leagues like the WNBA to reconsider their marketing strategies and support for emerging stars.
Why is that something that you're very passionate about as well?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that I get to be a partner with Gainbridge, a brand that really, puts their money where their mouth is and really supports and loves it. And they've supported my foundation and just a big supporter of women's sports in general, whether it's golf, whether it's basketball, whatever it is. So I feel very fortunate.
This unfolding drama not only highlights individual achievements, but also serves as a reminder of the collective journey toward equity in sports. A journey that continues to evolve as new narratives emerge within women's athletics. As Caitlin Clark navigates this dual path in basketball and golf, her impact on women's sports will undoubtedly be significant, fostering discussions about representation, unity, and growth in an ever-changing landscape. Looking ahead at what Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal might mean for women's sports overall reveals several key themes worth exploring further. One crucial takeaway from this situation is that leagues must embrace individuality among their athletes. Caitlin Clark's unique appeal lies not just in her athletic prowess, but also in her ability to connect with fans on a personal level. By celebrating individual stories and personalities within their ranks, leagues can foster deeper connections with audiences. The contrasting approaches taken by the LPGA and WNBA highlight a need for innovative marketing strategies within women's sports. The LPGA effectively harnessed social media engagement around Caitlin Clark's participation in their events. Similarly, proactive strategies could help elevate visibility for WNBA stars who may not receive as much attention otherwise. Finally, fostering collaboration between different women's leagues could yield significant benefits for all involved parties. By working together, whether through joint promotional events or cross-sport partnerships, women's leagues can amplify their collective impact while supporting one another's growth. As we continue following this story closely over time, monitoring how both Caitlin Clark navigates these new waters alongside existing leagues like the WNBA, we are reminded that every decision made today will ripple through future generations of female athletes striving toward greatness in their respective fields. Caitlin Clark stands at a crossroads where she can influence not only her career trajectory, but also shape perceptions surrounding women's athletics as a whole. Her partnership with the LPGA serves as both an opportunity for personal advancement and a case study illustrating broader trends within women's sports today. In summary, Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal with the LPGA encapsulates both excitement and tension within women's athletics. As she steps into this new role, balancing commitments between basketball and golf, her journey will undoubtedly serve as an important chapter in the ongoing narrative surrounding female empowerment in sports. The implications extend beyond just one athlete or one league. They touch upon fundamental issues regarding representation, equity, collaboration among women athletes across various disciplines. All vital components necessary for fostering growth within women's sports as we move forward into an increasingly competitive landscape where every voice matters just as much as every victory achieved on court or field alike. As we watch Caitlin navigate these waters, balancing expectations from multiple fronts while remaining true herself, we can only hope that this moment inspires countless others who dream big. Regardless of what sport they choose, pursue passionately pursuing excellence along their paths too.